Hey there, BrewTube. DJ back again with yet another installment of your favorite beer review show, DJs BrewTube, right here on the YouTube, baby. Working hard, trying to make some of that YouTube money, guys. And have fun drinking some beers and telling you what I think about them and hearing what you guys got to say about them. Today, I'm going local. No, I'm not going local. I'm going local. Why? Because today we've got DuClaw Brewing out of Bel Air, Maryland, which is right above Baltimore. Black Lightning. DuClaw is a pretty interesting brewery. I can't even speak anymore. Interesting brewery. They've got brew pubs. They have that whole scene, their own brew pubs, and they have their brewery, which is in Bel Air. And they deliver their beer fresh. They've got a lot of different like promos and parties, pint clubs, all kinds of stuff. And they have pretty damn good food in the brew pubs too. So, really nice business model, I think. And they've got beers that are huge, big beers. This is the first DuClaw beer I'm reviewing, but I've had a lot of them because you go to their taps and they've got about between 10 and 15 beers on tap at any one time, so it's pretty cool. But they also make a beer some of you guys may have heard about called Colossus, which is 21% ABV. It's like Long Island iced tea meets beer. It's huge. But anyways, and huge Belgian Pentas that are 14 and 15%. That's one of their specialties, and it's all done through brewing too, not any like ice distillation or anything like that like Brewdog does. These guys do it all straight through barley, hops, and water and yeast. But anyways, without further ado, DuClaw Black Lightning. What is it? Well, Black Lightning is an American black ale, and it's on 6.4% alcohol by volume and 65 IBU. So it's going to be a little bit hoppy here. I like American black ales. It's something that's a style that's new, up and coming, and I think it should be a firm, I guess, rooted style before too long. They give a lot of information on their website about their beers. This one they use Amarillo and Chinook hops, and they're using pale, dark shift, roasted barley, crystal malt, and a bunch of other grains in this one. So it's a fairly complex and loaded beer. It's a year-round serving, and they recommend to be served in a pint glass. So I got our pint glass, you know, my favorite, my Samuel Smith's Imperial pint glass, or 20 ouncer. Let's get a cap popped on this one with our buddy Popper here and see what we got. Boom. Another one off. Let's see. Ooh, smoke rising up off of that one. Let's see what we got. Ah, looks like we're going to get a nice dark one here. Now, I have had this one, guys, on tap at the brew pub. This is the first time I've bought it in a bottle, though. So let's see what we get out of it. Get all that out there. On their bottle, too, it's kind of funny. It says, respect the fluid. I kind of like that saying. They're big into their marketing with their names and their little catchy sayings, and they've got a lot of web videos. Check them out. That's pretty cool stuff. But look at that, guys. Solid two-finger head on there. Off-white khaki head. That's pretty much pitch black. If you really, really put it up to the light, you can see a little bit of red coming through, sort of like a porter. They put a lot of dark roasted malt in this one, so you see we're kind of dissipating on the head there. We've settled down. We're about 1.5 fingers on that one. Really tight off-white bubbles, like I was saying. Let's see what nose we've got on it. Wow, that's surprising. You hit where first with chocolate and like roasted malt and maybe a little bit of coffee, but then pow, you get punched with citrus from the hops in it, which is kind of pretty cool. That's one of the things I like about this American black ale, or whatever the heck this really is. It's sort of a black IPA is what it kind of is. But I kind of like that style because you're thinking, oh, chocolatey, roasty, all sweet, and then boom, you get hit with the hops in there. I kind of like that. Maybe you guys do too. Tell me what you think after this video. Anyways, let's get a taste on this one. Wow. The nose is telling me a whole lot of hops and a little bit of coffee. The taste has a lot more coffee and some chocolate, and it's got the hops going on too. But it's got a dry finish to it from the hops. So you have a real roasted chocolate and coffee and kind of bready taste up there, and it's finished off with some nice bittering hops and a dry finish, and it asked me to come back and drink some more of it. There's no alcohol taste whatsoever. You see we're getting some nice glassing lacing on this. A little bit of alcohol legs. Not too much, as you can see, but yeah, that's a really nice smelling beer. Let me see here again. You know what, guys? I'm going to let this one warm up a little tiny bit. I know I've been doing this in some of my videos lately, but these darker beers I think deserve a little bit of heat, like warmth coming onto them. And I think the hoppiness may stand out a little bit more on this, but we'll find out in a minute. I'm going to set this one down. We're going to tell you, hold on a minute, and I'll be right back after this gets a little warmth to it. Right now we're running about like 48 degrees. It's right out the fridge, and let's see what we get in a minute. Hey there, guys, I'm back, and as you can see by this nearly empty glass in a short period of time, I've pretty much enjoyed this one thoroughly. Look at the glass lacing on this, guys. Really nice glass lacing, excellent. And thinking about this one, I actually took some notes, because it's a fairly complex beer, these American black ales. What they are, to me anyway, you can tell me if I'm wrong, tell me your opinion. I'll listen, I'll comment, reply, whatever, you know? Let's get some dialogue going. But anyway, I think these are sort of a cross between a porter and a IPA. I love porter and I love IPA. So when you combine those two, damn, that's pretty good. This one's interesting. It gets its bitterness from two places. And it gets its bitterness from the roasted notes that are in it, from that roasted malt bitterness that's in there, kind of like that charcoal-y sort of bitterness. And it also gets it from the bittering hops. So it's kind of a neat thing, and it's got just enough malt in there, malt sweetness to balance it out and to bring you back for more and more. And it has a quite dry finish to it. It has a good medium body. It has an excellent level of carbonation, and it's not a burp factory. You're not sitting there, spewing up after every drink you take. It's a real balanced beer. And for me, overall, it's one I'll have again. It's one I'm having again, because I've had it at the pub several times, and now I've got it in a bottle. I'd buy a 6-pack of this. Generally, I'll do mixers at my bottle shops or whatever, but this one's a really good beer. So let's see what we got going on with the other guys, with their thinking. Beer Advocate gives this a stingy 83. Are we surprised, guys? I didn't think so. And Rate Beer gives this one a 92. I'm more along that 92 lines. I'm going to give this one an A-. Why? Because there's no date at all anywhere on the bottle, and I don't remember there being one on the 6-pack when I was at the store and I picked it up. But, so I'll give this one an A-. Really solid beer. I'd have it again. This would stand up to a lot of, especially like hors d'oeuvres, or it could even be a dessert. This would stand up good to dark chocolate. It's really, these American, black ales are riding that line. So give it a try, guys. Tell me what you think, and, I'll reply back. So, as always, remember, think globally, drink locally, support the craft beer movement. Let's keep this thing growing, and I'll see you on the next DJs BrewTube, guys. Peace out.